My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Inscryption, Kaycee's mod. So, excuse me, game's been updated. We now have the ability to select a starter deck. The leftmost appears to be the base deck, also shown by an ice cream. And then we have a bones related deck, it looks like here. We start with the Rat King, we start with an alpha, giving +1 power to each of the units on either side of it, as well as a Warrens. Nice. The fact that Warrens with Fecundity, which you can find Fecundity, like, you know, field mice can be found in the, field mice can be found, in the very first card purchase. So if you get Fecundity, immediately you've broken the game with this, right? But it's a new deck, I don't want to use the other one. Okay. Pricey Pelts, as an easy one to turn on. You may not reroll card choices. I do not like not having the control over rerolling those card choices. 1 damage tip to my side or the boss battle. The thing is, if I am only taking one of those, then I have to take both of the smaller backpacks. But also, I don't really use items at all. Like, it's a problem? So maybe having a single item might actually remind me occasionally to do that. Boss battles with totems, or having 1 damage on our side of the board at the start of each fight. I suspect... I suspect tip scales is probably, like... This seems more innocuous, but it'll probably end your run. Maybe more commonly than this. I don't know. These are all hypotheses from the outset. We'll seek to prove or disprove them over the course of the series. I hope I still get to buy 2 cards in the opening. Right? Yeah, no, you definitely will. Come on, give me the Fecundity, we'll immediately do it. So we start with the Rat King, Alpha, and Warren. As previously mentioned, our item that we start with is the Squirrel. Are your pails clean? Hair pails. Well, intriguing. There is a black goat there, as well as a 3-cost in blood. Something that we would be able to basically win every fight with as soon as we put it out on the field. I didn't even know that worth it though. We can get a second Warren, which, you know, it's nice. It's positive on material. Right? You sack a Warren to summon a Warren, and instead of having a 1-blood summon creature in hand, you have a no-blood summon creature in hand. So having more Warrens is better than not having more Warrens. But then I'm not doing anything with the blood yet, right? Like, I have the ability to make the Alpha, and we've got this Rat King. What we're really lacking in this deck right now is damage, right? The Alpha represents 4 damage, assuming there is a creature on either side of it. But by base, represents 1 damage it can push in its own line. Rat King represents 2, unless you already have the Alpha on the board or can play the Alpha, right? What we might need here is just damage. Do I want to try and accomplish that in a tricky way? The tricky way would be, you know, Ant Queen, or going for another Rat King and then looking for more purchases after this fact or something like that. That'd be a ridiculous amount of bones. I'm gonna double down on what we have and go Rat King and Warren. These are exquisite, my thanks. I can't tell you why, because I don't think I have a good reason why. I just got a feeling, that tonight's gonna be a good night? Tonight's gonna be a good night. I mean, look, sacking that Alpha's stats into anything else is really good, but I don't think we want to do it right now. Increasing statistics of any of these individual units also doesn't hugely appeal to me. The Warrens give you bunnies, and the bunnies are not of any tribe. We have no tribe in this deck so far, but we have a lot of bone generation and a lot of resource generation. So what we have is good glue. Which means I think that we should go here and start looking for the tribe that we might be playing into. The decrepit woodcarver appeared before you. She moved with a certain vigor in spite of her considerable age. Okay. Well, hey baby, you like to see that, don't you? So I don't think there's many stag summons that use blood. However, there is the rattler for snakes. I think there is another snake as well. You leant down to place your offering. When you look back up again, the ancient woman had vanished. All right. First fight. It's gonna be roughin'. They got a bullfrog coming in, push 1 damage in that line. The Warren can't really respond to that. So I will have to play something in response to that bullfrog. Right? Even if I put a Rat King down now, it attacks for 2, the bullfrog attacks for 1. I've got 2 on, well, I'm 1 on their side of the scales, right? Bullfrog has 2 health. Then the alpha comes down, and well, the squirrel comes down, then gets sacked for the Warren, which gives me enough bones to summon the alpha. Then the alpha goes down, and it is currently buffing a 0 damage creature, so it does 1 damage against bullfrog, but then the bullfrog does 1 damage back, and then ultimately the Warren comes over the top. This also gives the stump the ability to attack, because that's where the alpha is looking like it might sit. Oh wait, no, but this only works if I actually use the Rat King this turn. How am I summoning the Rat King this turn? I mean, I can by using my Warren. Okay. Let's just have you chump block over there for a while. Maybe I'm okay with that. And then we get the Rat King to attack in a free lane. Oh wait, you can't chump block over there. Of course, you're being sacked for this. Immediately, I forgot my entire plan. So this turn, I'm thinking I could just draw a squirrel, pop you there, deal my 1. Perfect, you respond. And then if I respond with another squirrel here, getting value out of non-drawn cards. Nice, we only push 2 this turn as well, great. Well, Warren. I can prevent the enemy from pushing 1 damage this turn by placing the Warren. So that I get slightly more overkill on the next turn. I don't think there's anything that I can draw from this yet that I'm going to be able to play, actually get any extra damage out of. 2 overkill. I mean, we have pricey pelts on, and we may actually need to buy some stuff, so let's get the second part of our totem after getting a card. Remember, the card gives us a little bit, River Snapper. So what River Snapper has is statistics. It's a base to build off of, right? It's 6 health, right? You're looking for the ability to enhance its damage, and then it becomes one of the most powerful 2-drops in the board, because 6 health is really good. That's a lot of trades you can get through. Worker ant pronghorn. I'm currently leaning towards taking the River Snapper, especially considering I have the top of a serpent statue. Look, it's not incredible, but we have 2 Warrens, so it's a lot easier to summon that than it otherwise might be. The decrepit woodcarver appeared before you. She moved with considerable vigor in spite of her advanced. Every serpent has fecundity, or every serpent creates an egg on opposing space. So eggs on opposing spaces, we've actually kind of been punked by that before, right? That's a trick or treat, and sometimes it's a trick. I'm taking fecundity until they remove it from the game, frankly. And that, I don't mean to be the spicy balance takes guy, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen. Not removed entirely, maybe just made only on a rare spot, or some interaction can arise it. But it is very easy to make a infinite bone generation if you would like. I mean, I think I just do get one of the Rat King out. Push it on this line as well. Ooh, nice. Pushing the damage against the worker out there too. Nice. Okay, we get to summon the Alpha next turn. Yeah, which is going to be necessary as well. So you're going to push 2 damage next turn. Because we go Squirrel there, Alpha summons next to it. We kill 1, we push 1 damage, you push 2 damage, we're equalized, and now we can win. Great. I mean, we're equalized right now, so... I'm gonna take a draw. I'll surrender. Yeah, no, thank you. For those of you who've asked, is there any benefit to surrendering? Not as far as I'm aware, and people have also said that no, there isn't. So, okay, gradually working this one in our favor. Push 5. They push 1. This is going to be our last turn on board. Ooh. Yeah, I'll get 1 more damage out there by sack summoning in such a way. Another River Snapper. Only 2 overkill is, look, it's more than none. Don't tell me I'm wrong about that. Yeah, partner, I'll be damned. You came across me early. Care for a game of chance? Pick a boulder and I'll break it. If it's gold, it's yours. Show me where to strike. So this one looks like it is the largest differentiated from the others. I'm assuming that is involved. Maybe it's not, I don't know. Maybe it's just lucky choice. Oh. Only bugs enter that boulder. Strange vermin then, you know? Yes, that is a dam builder on a mantis with 1. So it gets to summon just 2 blocks on either side of it. Obviously, it's on 1 sack for its own summon as well. I don't think I have the ability to turn it down, to be clear. Maybe I would have. Yeah, so here's the thing, right? We still don't really have big damage in the deck. We can rely on the Alpha and the Mantis God for a little bit of time. Mantis normal for a little bit of time. I'm feeling like I might want to sack these Rat Kings into the Warrens, because ideally the Warrens are just a resource generation, so why not make them a thick as hell resource generation? Get chonky. Okay, there's a trapper if I want to get rid of some pelts, but buy some pelts? Yeah, would be buying pelts. Ringworm and work around. Well, I can get the Alpha out this turn, so let's do that. That puts down the Warren, and then we'll sack that Warren for this one. And then pop the Alpha down and that. Right. Ringworm walks forwards. Does not manage to kill anything. That Warren stays alive, deals 1 more damage. We pull from the deck again, getting the River Snapper. I kind of want to replace that Worker's Ant with River Snapper right now. Nice. And we'll do that exact same thing again over here. Just upgrading the entire board to have a lot of health and a little bit of damage. Oh, I didn't think that was going to be lethal. Otherwise, I may not have done that. many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the pelts are pricier, which means I can't go here. I would get such poor quality pelts. Increasing the health of a unit is kind of interesting to me right now. Increasing the health of our River Snapper, because I do intend to use it as a base. Although if I get damage, Mantis or River Snapper will happily take that. Sure. I should also... Wait, hang on. Oh, there's not another fight after this. Oh, dang it. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to pick up a you know, I'm glad we're all on the same page. No, I'm gonna have to pick up a the dude. What the packed rat? There we go. Figured it out yet. Well, okay, so that bullfrog is already an infinite bone generation utensil by itself. It has fecundity because it is a serpent. And if I play it, it gives me one in hand. I sack it to play it, it gives me one in hand, infinite bones, right? That is the reason I think fecundity is going to be changed in some fashion. Don't think I want it though. It's still not powerful at all. Mantis, that is another way to get more damage. Oh, the stats of a River Snapper, if you mycologist, are 212? The licentious field mice. You'll draw a copy when they are played. Yeah. So, like, sacking a field mice into a Warrens and then joining those two Warrens together at a mycologist would be the most intense value generation that exists, right? You play a Warrens, it gives you a Warrens back in hand, and it gives you a bunny. You sack that Warrens, you get 4 bones to play another Warrens, which gives you another Warrens and another rabbit in hand. Yeah, infinite generation. But that's not necessary. We had infinite generation literally just a moment ago. We turned it down. I think it's Mantis or River Snapper. I think something that interests me about the Mantis is the only way that we can upgrade this Mantis, the one that we already have in our deck, it already has a sigil patched onto it, is going to be through the mycologists joining 2 Mantises together, and the other Mantis having a different sigil, because then I'll be able to actually get a new sigil on the Mantis, right? So what if I could do that? No, we're going 6 stats on the River Snapper. I'm convinced. The warm light of a campfire was a welcome sight, though the 10 hungry eyes around it dampened the greeting. Warm a creature by the fire, it has its power, said one. I kind of want to double up on doing the River Snapper. Like, I want to try and upgrade it 2 times, because if I miss out, then fine, I just remove the card that I got 2 spaces ago, but if I don't... You considered leaving the creature by the fire for another moment. This would be risky. Oh! Why? Before you could stop them, one of the survivors seized the River Snapper and began tearing at its flesh. Yes, I've seen this many times before. Yeah, actually, I'm not going to go and get that mouse. I'm going to go and see if there's anything else here that I might be interested in. Woodcarver? The answer is no. We'll recreate the same one that we already have. You hunched down to place her offering in your bag. When you got back up again, the woman had disappeared. It's time for the angler. I think because I have pronged damage, I'll have enough for this, but I gotta hope I find it. You looked up to behold an unnaturally large figure. Bring fish. You'll love to see it. River Snapper's going out on board. Actually, do I? Do I love to see that? I feel like the Rat King should push 2 damage this turn, actually. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need some position on the board. Yeah, you intend to steal that. I can move their Kingfisher off the board if I leave them a unit here to steal that I'm okay with, which would just be a bunny from the Warrens, right? So ultimately my turn becomes that. That's that. You push 2 damage, but then you nick that rabbit, moving the Kingfisher into the back line. Now I have the ability to kill that with overkill damage by hitting 2 damage on the frontliner. Or 2 or more. Unfortunately, the River Snapper is not capable of doing that. Great. I was about to say I really desperately need to draw into my damage cards now. So that will push the first phase down. Go push. Yes, there are all of those. Knew that was coming. So far my idea is like actually getting the River Snapper down by sacking these units, moving over to the left. My prong damage, I needed it. So each of these, when killed, is going to summon a 4/2 that submerges. That 4/2 is going to attack, killing my Rat King, my Alpha, and my Warren. Those 4/2s are going to attack while they're killing my Rat King, Alpha, and Warren. Then they'll submerge themselves again. If I have the ability to push 3 damage over the top of that, more damage. 5, damn. I might use the squirrel, sack the squirrel and this Warren to put a River Snapper over on the left-hand side, pushing 1 damage. Because then if we manage to push 1 damage this turn, the enemy turns up those 2, kills those 2, turns them down. I have River Snappers left in hand. This just gets harder as time goes on. I think I do need to push 1 damage this turn. Maybe I should just only have 1 bait pocket even on the field. Sack these 2. Yeah. I could even just decide, you know what? No. You know, that was my original plan, was just going to be counterplaying their entire thing. But yeah, now I worry about this. What happens when there's nothing for us to do? Okay, well, I forgot that I'm going to have to do that like this, but that's okay. Mantis pushes those 2. And then they respond against dams, but then I can push 2 on the next turn. But I only have Warrens and River Snappers. So, wait, hang on. And then that goes there. They push 0, I push 2 again next turn, I win. Boy, howdy! We're in trouble, folks. Our ride is about to break down. We need damage. Need light? I'll take it. Perhaps one of these will entice you. Okay. Well, okay. Oh yes, I know. We just need to remove as many cards as we possibly can from the deck. The beauty of falling snow could not distract you from the chill in your bones. Your body quaked in a futile attempt to maintain warmth. You had finally reached The snow line. Yep. Yeah. We'll go over here. I would like a very expensive creature. Your most expensive creature, please. Moose buck. Sick. That'll do. Could you please remove another card from me? The crackling fire.
We have not food.
One sand.
But perhaps one of your creatures will join us and enhance its power.
I mean, I do want to remove cards from this deck, but at the same time, the moose duck can't be all of my damage in this deck. Lost the river snapper. It happens. The bones, however, are yours. Oh, that was a mycologist over on the left. I need those spaces. Because I'm trying to reduce the cards in my deck. Oh, wow. Well, that is a hell of an opening turn. Squirrel sacked for a Warren. Sack that Warren for a Warren. Alpha and Rabbit. That Raven Egg's not going to go down to that, unfortunately. Moose Buck. Neat. That'll do it. Sack those 3. Pop the big bad down. Oh my god, that Moose Buck's clearing up. I'm just gonna play 2 Gex here. Yeah, as soon as we draw that card, we cannot have any empty space on the board. Which makes it pretty good, I guess. We may just want good sigils in it. Attacking 2 times is kind of good. Beehive. Once a card bearing this sigil is struck, a bee is created in your hand. A bee is defined as 1 health, 1 power, airborne. I don't need more generation. I'm so done with that. I'm gonna take a turkey vulture, just have some more damage in the deck. That'll currently give me a new item in the deck, and I don't, a new card in the deck again, and I don't want those. The crackling fire, lit faces, etc. Upgrade the mantis. To death. Never mind. I guess we've got a healthy mantis. That's fine. It was win-win for me, ideally, in that circumstance. It was happy to lose it or happy not to. Yeah, sure, draw none of the actual... Oh my god. That has 4 in. I'm not able to do anything this turn. Oh boy, I feel like I'm probably gonna lose one of my lives here. Because basically, unless I draw a Gek, I've lost. I can't do anything with this hand. Yeah, that'll do it. So that is the problem with having a lot of expensive cards in the deck. I need some payoffs, but I also need to actually be able to hit the Gek. Or any of my Warrens. To be clear, that was a very bad draw. No serpent. No serpent. Bird's the next most useful for us. We get a turkey vulture. Nice. Happy to join those 2 turkeys. Wait a second. What if that was it? Every time I play the Gek, I just have a board full of 2-1s. I mean, they're not even just 2-1s, right? They are buffing either side of them, and all of them are doing it. So I do want as many removal opportunities as possible, which means I take this left path. That's a removal, and then that's another one. Playing as Guardian, that's fine. Can I have a Gek in the opening hand, please? Like, it's extremely key for me to be able to do that. So not letting me do it, I feel, should be illegal. I'm not saying it is, to be clear. I'm saying I feel it should be. Spending a lot of resources on that opening turn. Also accumulating a lot of resources on that opening turn. Never mind, we win. Gek. And again. Grand. And then I'm gonna sack 3 of you for a moose buck. Yeah, I'm putting a Gek down. I'm putting a Gek down as well. Because I can, damn it! Got him. And that's how the fights are supposed to go. Jeez. Why must they complicate things? Pronghorn, Raven, Raven, all useless to this boy. Did I do that? Card counter. Card collider? Card. The value represented something totally equal number to something. I mean, I'll take it, but it's literally just because I have to put a card in this deck at this point. Ooh, I've never sacrificed one of those to here. You got any uniqueness for that? No, just a standard Bone Lord card. Another removal from the deck. I'm thinking the other Rat King goes into the other Warren. Densify all of my value generation. The trapper stood before you. Out of habit, you reached for your collection of teeth. The man grimaced and shook his head. An exquisite meal ye shall make. I see. That Mantis is going to be really good. I'm gonna go Squirrel into Warren there, into Mantis in the same position. I'm trying to get pelts out of destroying my dams, if that's a possibility. Perfect. That'll give me the ability to clear the board when we get to the other enemy's turn. We do kind of just want to draw from main. One down on those. There's something rabbit over there. Currently pushing only 1 damage in my own direction. You're pushing only 1 damage in your own direction as well. It's fine. Das ist a reasonable equilibrium. There we go. Never mind. It's fine. Game's over. I'm just gonna let them roam free. No, my Gek! I'm ruined! There we go. Let's let that one play out too. And now it's time for... It's the end of my town. Let's try. Yeah. Each one's not going to work for you, bud. It's going to take your whole front line. Thank you muchly. So the Gek represents 3 damage total, right? 1 to its left, 1 to its right, 1 in its own space, unless it's on the edge of the board. But it needs to be on the edge of the board if it's going to be able to double buff the Mantis. So one of them does need to be on the edge of the board. This is contributing a total of 3 damage. This would also contribute a total of 3. Poosh. We actually have enough now that we can go and get ourselves a single pelt, should we want it. It's not that we always will. Need light? Well, yeah, because you turned that out. Well, actually, no, I turned that out. I lost a fight. I forgot about that. Perhaps one of these will entice you. I want to take and use Rally, but if I don't get the Gek ever, God. Ugh. Well, I gotta take one of them. Let's think about it that way, right? I don't have a skip option here. We will need another map. Pine needles crunched beneath your feet. You drew in the breath of fresh, scented air. You were embraced by the woodlands. Removal of another card from the deck is nice. I don't see what that space is, unfortunately, from here. If that's a mycologist space, I might actually regret not going on the left-hand side here. However, I don't know if it is. No, I think the only thing I should be excited by is the opportunity to mycologist any of the units that I already have. Other than that, all of these are kind of distractions. Probably just gonna remove the Kingfisher immediately. Thank you for extra boons. Okay. I really don't want to purchase more cards. If there's 1 damage, I'll give it to Gek, and then I won't even roll it for the second time because that would be, that's just a bit much for even me, I think. There. Annoyingly, the enemies are about to push 4 damage, so I have to prevent them from doing that this turn. Which is 1 blood short of being able to do anything about anything else, and taps me out this turn. Gek! Never mind, we got it. Easy! Just play the Gek. LMAO. Life's good. I'm glad that worked. I was kind of bricking it a little. There is an outhouse directly below me. A constructed outhouse, not a functional because it's made of brick, not because of the, never mind. Pronghorn, another coyote, elk. Nick's not as if zilch for us. That's another Warren though. That just puts me up on material as well, which is useful in case I do just draw Warrens and Raleigh. Yeah, this is gonna be the 1 damage that's gonna go on the Gek, and I'm not gonna warm it for a second time. Nope, nope, you can't make me. You absolutely cannot make me. I've played and gambled that one a couple times. I'm done doing that. I mean, I can get the Moose Buck out this turn. I'm up enough material. Worn down. Down. Rabbit. And then Moose Buck goes over on the left-hand side. It's going to be able to push 3, moves itself into the space, not to block the Raven, but to contest the Raven. Pushing another 3 in the next turn, and then we just continue drawing until we get the right card. We'll be able to dominate the board with this for a period of time, I was about to say. Hey. Uh-oh. So, this intrigues. I may have to sacrifice the moose buck for my mantis just to get 2 dams in front of each of the porcupines. Because then I can push 3 damage this turn, and then the porcupine doesn't respond with damage, it doesn't respond with damage, and then the sparrow and their raven respond with damage, right? So I push 3 and they push 3, which puts me back on equilibrium, whereas every other move I lose right now as far as I can see. Moosebuck kills the sparrow, moves across. Oh, actually, no, it kills the sparrow and then moves across. So it does prevent 2 incoming damage there. Which is the same as what the mantis would do. Right? Kill, move across. The skunk moves forward. It doesn't actually have damage, so it doesn't deal any. Perfect. This porcupine attacks the moosebuck. Moosebuck responds against it. Next turn kills it. Moves back over against the skunk. That's fine. Their porcupine manages to push 1 damage this turn. Their raven tries to push 3. We push 3 with our turkey vulture over here. Never mind, we're fine. When I say fine, for a certain definition of fine, right? We're not currently dead, technically. The only card that could save me. The only card that could ever save me was a fecundity Gekka man. Yes, he was. He was. Ooh. Nice. And we're back in it. Just playing. That's all that needs to be done. Two over the top. Okay. So my max damage is probably going to be related to putting this mantis down. Is it? No, I don't think it is. This mantis with 2 buffs on represents 5 damage, with the moose is already representing. Beauty. Not seeing any mycologist spaces. Starting to make me sweat a little. Getting a lot of cards in this deck. Not seeing a lot of removals. That adder is not a bad pickup though. Oh. Would anyone wield that damage appropriately? Not so much. I mean, an adder giving you a reward for playing it, as well as another adder in hand. That's, again, infinite bone generation, but it's not doing anything. I do feel like I should give lethal damage, probably just to the buck. Didn't load that. Would have loved to put that on a river snapper. Okay, I need to use my item in this fight because I don't know if there's another opportunity. Oh, great. I'm using my item immediately. I don't know if there is another opportunity for me to use... one sec. Right, good. Maximum damage. I don't know if there is another opportunity between me and the next item pickup for me to actually use any items, which means I would immediately be given a pack rat, and I'm trying to avoid those. Let's see if I can fail this as well. Try to power, try to bones, try to health. So in terms of bones, if any of the turkey vultures are drawn, we lose. If Orali's drawn for anything else, we lose. It's also worth noting that oh wow, we drew both the turkey vultures. A lot of other draws were also going to fail the damage. Like as soon as we draw a turkey vulture, we immediately fail the damage roll for the damage as well. An unkillable wolf cub. A worthy sacrifice of the bell ringer. Oof. I guess wolf cub can evolve into more damage on board. If you deem it necessary, you may cut up one of my cards with these. And that's exactly what I will be taking. Thank you. We need duplicates. One for each of us. More than happy to abide. I feel like joining the turkey vultures, giving myself just one thick value. Also, it's worth noting, these sigils will not double on the joined warren. I will just have a 0/4 warren, so it's just a removal of a card from the deck, basically, at that point. You may want to avert your eyes. The operation is it complete? Yep. I'm more than happy to have that card in the deck. It's worth its weight in gold. Especially easy to summon in fights like this, what with the smoke. Where's that hound of mine? I haven't seen him, bud, but if I do, you'll be the first one to know. One second. I'll get back with you in a moment, Prospector. So how are you? Oh, God. Oh, what's happened? Oh, you're in pieces. There's gold in them there cards. Yeah, there is. Absolutely. Well done. Oh, you got a prong attack. That's so good. I love that. That makes my win slightly more complicated. I mean, I kind of want to push extra damage, but I also don't need to, so I can just do that and be like, bye-bye. Yeah. I don't foresee us purchasing cards at this point. I think we're done on that. Your lives are restored. Appreciate it. Another Aurelia, and then I join them with my mycologist, get a... Another deck, oh my god. I can't join them, right? It would increase their stats, but I actually just want to have 2 copies of it available. That is interesting. I can sack something into the Gek right now. I could sack the Warren into the Gek, have way too many resources. That's dumb, I shouldn't do that. Buy things? No. Spend money? No. Get a different totem? Oh, wow. Sacrificing something might actually be the play here. I think the play is actually sacrifice the turkey vulture into the Gek. No, it'd be warrens into turkey vulture. It's literally just removal of a card from the deck. That's all I'm attempting to accomplish here. Yeah, warrens into turkey vulture. I don't want to overfill my hand with ridiculous amounts when I already have infinite. 2 times infinite is as infinite is for my purposes. Mathematicians. The end is upon us. Ah yes, one more, to be safe. I don't think it'll help. I fundamentally don't believe it will, Leshy. Come on, baby, let's draw the right cards. Yep, that's the right cards. Get him. He's one down. After barely enduring the onslaught of rare creatures, you shuddered, did I? For you knew somehow that the worst was yet to come. Magnificent death cards. Kaminsky. Now that is, that's a death card from one of like the secret conspiracy plot of intrigue behind the origin of the original floppy disk that the corrupted version of Inscryption was installed upon, or became corrupted by being installed upon an empty floppy disk that had the conspiratorial files on it. Perhaps you will join them soon. I think that's Kaminsky. I might just be getting mixed up because the plot is, I believe, about the Cold War. I think it is actually about the Cold War, but Kaminsky's a little bit of a more Slavic kind of name. Slavic? I don't know. I actually don't know like what Slavic means. Like I know it's just Russia et al, I guess. Yeah, draw. Yay, Hartner. Reginald. Now, that might be one of mine. Oh, right, of course, I have to draw. Keep forgetting that. Now, the boss at the end is going to have the ability to completely remove my board. Every single round. And then every round, I will repopulate the entirety of my board. I still have a trick up my sleeve. Will you dare attack the moon? I care about lunatides? Of course I'm gonna attack the moon. Although also I will get O'Reilly down, just a powerful player. You do block flight, so I can get the turkey down as well. The moose buck will contribute 3 damage. The Gek will also contribute 3 damage in the corner, so it's equal there. So it's just turkey there, and then 2 Geks in the middle is maximum damage I can put on board. And as if there were any doubt, that'll close it. Do you have any idea the consequences of destroying an astral body? No, of course not. Finish this. Ding ding! I want some teeth. I just want the teeth to rack up at the very end as well. That's where I'm going to be able to demonstrate my majority power. All right, 4 bosses defeated, 10 misplays apparently made. I will mention at this point, I've heard quite reliable tell of what misplays actually tracks, and it doesn't track misplays. This is a statistic that increases randomly every turn of a fight, possibly. That is to say, it has a chance of increasing every turn of a fight. So if you have fewer turns in your fights and fewer fights, you'll have fewer misplays. This is like a sadistic mechanic for some people, but as soon as those people see that, it's not related to anything, it's going to be a moment of like, oh, what? I kind of like it. Because, of course, as soon as you see misplays 10, you immediately think about, well, how would they calculate that, right? There's some fun in thinking through that rather than immediately looking at it and going, oh man, that hurt. I've lost so many. Entry 3. I've been playing on this new Inscryption for a few days now. Work has been unproductive. I emailed some of the other devs, kind of probing to see if they knew anything about this without appearing crazy. No dice. The strange thing? The game is fun. Like, it's actually a good game. But stranger still, Leshy. He talks to the challenger almost as if he's talking to me. It's freaky, but not altogether unwelcome. I could use a friend. We have unlocked 2 cards. The flying ant, 1 sacrifice. The player of the flying ant is equal to the number of ants. Oh, okay, so now we have more ants. Neat. Also, flying ant will strike an opponent. Okay, so it's got flying and also it is an ant type card. Nice. Maybe the ant type synergy is the thing that I can actually get on board at this point. I'd be glad to see it. Mud Turtle. The first time Mud Turtle would take damage, prevent that damage. See, oh, it's got Safeguard. Neat. It's a 2-mana 2/2 otherwise. We've unlocked a starter deck of actual creepy crawlies getting ants in here, which I'll certainly be playing with in the next episode, as well as the challenge unlock of all totem battles. All regular battles are replaced with totem battles, plus 20 challenge points. That sounds like that's going to be one wild time in the next episode. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Inscryption. Up in the top left, you can see the series playlist for all my content on this version of this game, past, present, and future. Down in the description, you can find other versions of this game, such as to say, the non-roguelike version, or the less roguelike version, I guess. Down below is a YouTube recommendation, streaming across in the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Thank you all. Enjoy your